welcome one and all to the Chicago Bears fan show once again. It's week 7 and we're preparing to play the Washington Redskins this week. Quickly, coming off a matchup last week Thursday, where we played the New York Giants, and it wasn't exactly an impressive game for our Chicago Bears, in my opinion at least. Yes, we got the win, which is what really matters, but we had a couple problems. Not the least of which was our defense getting run through quite a bit by Brandon Jacobs, and what had been up to that point a very inferior rush game from the Giants offense. That was concerning. Also concerning at times was our inability to move the ball against a defense that had looked pretty pedestrian. So, fortunately we got enough done that we needed to. There's some big plays, nice early interception for a touchdown by Tim Jennings. And so, we played some good Chicago Bear football in there, but there's some things that need to be fixed this week if we want to win against the Redskins. Now let's jump right in and talk about what we're going to need to do to stop that Redskins offense. It was an offense that was quite fearful last year, but has lost some of its punch so far. It's getting some of it back, and there's a couple of reasons why. One of the first and most important things is we've got to stop the run. While they're not ranking that high overall in the league, if you look at the numbers so far, they actually are getting runs at a pretty good rate when they do run the ball. 5.2 yards per carry is very high. I think their total yards are only low because they've fallen behind in some games quite a bit and had to go almost exclusively to the pass. If you look also, our D-line, like I mentioned off the top, we have some injuries and we have some real issues. Last week against the Giants was really bad, and we were running on third-string guys. Fortunately, we're getting Paea back, and that should help. Even getting Charles Tillman back as a DB this week, which looks like he's going to play, helps from a tackling perspective against the run game. But we've also got question marks. We've got question marks in the sense that we've got Jon Bostic in there, replacing DJ Williams, who went out with an injury for the year. Really unfortunate because he's been playing well. And Jon Bostic, while he's looked good at times, he's flashed some good athleticism and ability to hit ball carriers and jar the ball loose. He's also shown that he can have some rookie mental lapses and get out of position at times, or put himself in a place where he can get easily blocked out of the play. So it's going to be interesting to watch that. It's going to be very important to see how well he does. Secondly, we've got to contain RG3. So let's say we stop the run at the middle. Problem is, they're starting to run more of that zone read. He's starting to look healthy again. He didn't early in the season, but they had a bye and then came back and he looked better last week. He's looking like he's almost back up to speed, and it's getting to be concerning how well he could run the ball against us. And also, I'm a little worried if you think back to that game last year against Seattle where Russell Wilson ran a ton of read option against us. That was bad news, and so I'm a little concerned about that. We've got to focus and be able to stop him there. And again, Bostic, hopefully he doesn't get fooled on plays and knows how to read those and knows where he needs to be on those plays. There are some good veterans who should know, like Peppers, will know how to contain on his end and things. I hope on the other end that, guys like McClellin or Cornelius Washington or whomever's David Boss, whoever's working in there, if those guys, hopefully they can understand their roles in a read option situation too. And it's not to overrun the play, it's to definitely control your area and make sure that you don't allow him to release out of the pocket too easily. Finally, the last thing is don't let Pierre Garçon beat us deep. He is their main threat by far in the pass game, and he has wheels, he has an ability, he has some chemistry with RG3, and we've got to make sure that our safeties, especially Major Wright, who's looked out of position at times this year, quite a bit of times actually, doesn't get burned, doesn't get beat deep. That could hurt us, and take the momentum away from this game as we're on the road, and it's important for us to not allow them to get an early, easy touchdown. So next video, we're going to look at the opposite side of the ball, see what our offense can do against what has been a pretty poor Redskins defense to this point. Bear down.